I've always been a tech geek, you know? Not in the hacker sense, but I like to mess around with computers, see what they could do. So when I first heard about the dark web, it intrigued me. I mean, everyone talks about it like it's this forbidden place full of illegal stuff, but I wanted to see for myself what it was all about. I knew enough to stay safe. VPN, Tor browser, the whole deal. At first it was just morbid curiosity. I clicked through some forums, scrolled through black market sites selling fake passports, drugs, weapons. Nothing that I actually wanted, but it was weirdly fascinating to see how real it all was. Then I stumbled onto something I wish I hadn't. I knew enough to stay safe. VPN, Tor browser, the whole deal. At first it was just morbid curiosity. I clicked through some forums, scrolled through black market sites selling fake passports, drugs, weapons. Nothing that I actually wanted, but it was weirdly fascinating to see how real it all was. Then I stumbled onto something I wish I hadn't. It was a simple post on some obscure marketplace. No images, no detailed description, just the words, "Experience something you'll never forget. $250, guaranteed." There was something unsettling about how vague it was. No reviews, no comments, just a direct Bitcoin address for payment. I know I should have walked away, I know, but I couldn't. I was curious and my brain was telling me it's probably just some stupid scam. So I paid $250 in Bitcoin. The confirmation message came instantly. Expect a delivery in 3 days. I thought nothing of it at first. A few days went by and I pretty much forgot about the whole thing, figuring I'd been duped. But then, on the third day, I got a package. It was an old beat-up box, no return address, no markings. Nothing to tell me where it had come from. I'll admit I hesitated for a second before opening it, but curiosity won again. Inside the box was a VHS tape. Yeah, I know, who even has a VHS player anymore, right? But I did, thanks to my dad's old collection of movies. It was weirdly nostalgic just holding the tape. No label, no markings, just a blank black cassette. I figured maybe it was some weird art project or underground film, so I popped it in. The video started with static, then flickered to life. The camera was shaky, almost like it was handheld, and it looked like it was filming from behind some bushes. It was nighttime, and in the distance there was a house. Nothing particularly creepy about it, just a normal suburban house. But then the camera started moving closer. Whoever was filming was walking toward the house, slowly, like they were trying to be quiet. My heart started to race, even though I didn't know why. Something about the way the camera moved felt wrong. The person filming went up to a window and the camera zoomed in. That's when I froze. The camera was pointing into my house. I could see my living room, my couch, my TV, everything. It was unmistakable. It was my house. I jumped up and ran to the window, but there was no one outside. My street was completely empty. I was freaking out, trying to figure out how this was possible. I paused the tape, rewound it, watched it again. The video kept going. The camera panned up to the second floor, my bedroom window. I felt sick. How had I not noticed someone filming me? And why would they send me the tape? The camera zoomed in on the bedroom window, and I saw myself, lying in bed, asleep, completely unaware. I wanted to turn it off, but I couldn't move. I was glued to the screen. Then the camera shifted again, this time pointing down at the person's feet. They were wearing black boots, standing in the yard. My yard. The last few seconds of the tape were just static, but then a single frame flickered on the screen before it cut to black. I had to rewind it multiple times to catch it, but when I did, I felt my stomach drop. It was a shot of my front door, and standing in front of it was a person in a black hoodie, their face obscured. The worst part? The door was cracked open like they had just walked inside. I ripped the tape out of the player, my heart pounding in my chest. I checked every lock in the house, made sure all the windows were shut tight. I didn't sleep that night. But that's not the worst part. The next morning, I found something taped to my front door. It was a Polaroid picture, a still from the tape of me asleep in my bed. On the back, scribbled in black ink, were the words, "You're next." I haven't been back to the house since. I left, crashed at a friend's place, and haven't told anyone the full story until now. I don't know what was on that tape or who sent it, but I feel like they're still out there, watching. And every time I hear a noise late at night, I wonder if they've finally decided to follow through on their promise.